with protesters outside a full arena. Bullfights resumed in Mexico City after the country's highest court temporarily revoked a local ruling that sided with animal rights defenders and suspended the events for more than a year and a half. The protest was mainly peaceful, although there were some moments of tension when some activists threw plastic bottles and stones. The resumption of bullfights in the Plaza Mexico, the largest bullfighting arena in the world, raised expectations of fans in the face of a lengthy legal battle between enthusiasts and opponents, who argue the practice violates animal welfare and affects people's rights to a healthy environment. Bullfighting is still allowed in much of Mexico. In the capital, the legal fight for its future is full of twists and turns. For nearly a quarter century, the residents of Riverside Town in southeastern Mexico have taunted, slapped, chased and run from bulls as part of a religious festival. For Humberto Alegria, a member of the organizing committee, the tradition should be supported because it is something that distinguishes the town. In 2016, animal rights groups successfully pushed legislation in the state of Veracruz banning this sort of event. Local authorities say the event has continued since the town was founded on the banks of the river in 1777. In May 2022, a local court ordered an end to bullfighting activities at Plaza Mexico in response to an injunction presented by the civil organization Justicia Justa, which defends human rights. But the activities recently resumed because the nation's Supreme Court of Justice in December revoked the suspension while the merits of the case are discussed and a decision is reached on whether bullfights affect animal welfare. Meanwhile, another civil organization filed an appeal on animal welfare grounds in a last-ditch effort to prevent the activity from resuming. Animal rights groups have been gaining ground in Mexico in recent years while bullfighting followers have suffered several setbacks. In some states such as Sinaloa, Guerrero, Coahuila, Quintana Roo and the western city of Guadalajara, judicial measures now limit the activity. However, ranchers, businessmen and fans maintain that the ban on bullfights affects their rights and puts at risk several thousand jobs linked to the activity, which they say generates about $400 million a year in Mexico. The National Association of Fighting Bull Breeders in Mexico estimates that bullfighting is responsible for 80,000 direct jobs and 146,000 indirect jobs.